Bring a little dog treat with you and just flick it at him when you're done at the listening appointment. Just like that's what I do with Dan. When Dan and I are walking around like a Tom Ferry conference and he does something good, I have a little doggy bag on me. I'll just flick a little treat in his mouth.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Walkthrough Podcast presented by BAM, your go-to marketing and branding podcast. My name is Dan Oneil, aka El Capitan of BAM, and joining me today, as always, is a star panel featuring Eric the Broke Agent Simon, Jason, Cassity, and Lindsey Joe. Today we're talking Taylor Swift. February content ideas, what's in, what's out, social tips, how to get the most engagement, how to use trending pop culture moments in your content, and much, much more. Make sure to smash and like, hit the comment button, leave us a comment, let us know what you think about the new show. Let us know if you are a Swiftie like Eric, and let's get to it. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yes.
All right, Eric, you want to tee this off here with some February content ideas, my friend?
It is the first of the month, Dan. That means two things.
First of the month.
It means I write a February content blog, and it means we talk about it on this show. So I'm fired up for both of those things. I got some February content ideas for you. February 2nd is Groundhog's Day. You ever seen the movie, Dan? Bill Murray, little gopher popping out? No, that's Caddyshack. Groundhog Day, where he relives the same day over and over and over again. How about doing something with your real estate routine that you do over and over and over again? You wake up, you check the hot sheet, you go on the MLS, maybe you do a showing, you get yelled at by a client, you go home, you drink a bottle of whiskey. How about that? Do a little real compilation of your Groundhog Day. Then February 11th, Dan, we got the Super Bowl. Super Bowl content. You're going to be trendjacking. Usher, you should probably have Usher audios, Taylor Swift audios, anything you could think about. Kansas City, Niners. We got the biggest Niners fan on earth right here, Cassity. He's going to be having a hell of a 2 weeks. And then, of course, on February 14th, Dan, what do we have?
Valentine's Day, my friend.
Valentine's Day, the day of love. This is the month of love. So how about doing some content around the things you love in your community? 5 ways to make your home more romantic. The most unromantic spots in your hometown. 5 restaurants to go on Valentine's Day that won't break the bank. Things to do on Valentine's Day if you're single. A post about what you love about your hometown. A post about what you love about real estate. And who are you in a relationship, Dan? You're in a relationship with escrow reps, title reps, mortgage reps, clients, lenders, all that type of shit. So those are my February content ideas. We only got 28 days, or is it 29 because it's a leap year?
29.
29? So make the best of it. Insert a little love into your content. Have some Usher audios, do something for Groundhog's Day, post Bill Murray, something like that. How about that?
Yeah, well, you keep saying groundhogs. Just for clarity, is there more than one groundhog? Or
I think it's possessive. Groundhog's Day, like it's his day.
But hogs would mean that there's more than. There's 2 ground? Okay, all right.
Well, there's such thing as a possessive. I don't know. It's Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Anyway,
Groundhog Day, yeah.
If the gopher or the groundhog pops out and sees its shadow, it means there's more winter. I don't even know how this works.
Yeah, well, how would you tie that into
Punxsutawney Phil? That's right.
Eric, how would you tie that into real estate content? Maybe.
What? Did you not listen to my entire rant?
In like a real estate video.
It's like we're going in reverse here.
You say that.
I literally talked about Groundhog Day, but I appreciate the hook for a question. Yeah. Dan, do you have any February content ideas? You said you got a couple.
I do.
Would you chat GPT?
No, you know what you skipped? The most important day in all of February. How the hell did you miss it? It's insane. My 30th birthday, buddy, is February 16th. So that's what I'm going to be making some content around right there. I'm going to be doing Groundhog Day. I'm going to steal the exact thing that you just said, how you wake up every single day and maybe do the same exact thing. I'm going to be posting about the best places to go for Valentine's Day in New York and in Tampa. I'm going to be highlighting local businesses. I'm going to be sharing deals. Ooh,
you're going to be highlighting local businesses, are you? I bet damn well that you are not going to be highlighting local businesses for Valentine's Day. No chance in hell. There's no way.
There's no way.
You know what I'm going to be doing, Eric? I'm going to be doing some public accountability. I'm going to be making my calls. I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to be putting a camera on my forehead. And
instead of putting the camera on your forehead, why don't you just put the mic to your face so we could hear you this entire time? It keeps going on.
You know what?
There we go.
Do you have any February content ideas? Happy birthday to you too, buddy, huh?
No, I think Eric nailed it. I think you've got BAM Pro Bowl mixed in there, not a content idea, but there's going to be a really good learning experience in February. But I love Super Bowl and all the Usher memes because the halftime show is going to get talked about. You know that. And then Taylor Swift, of course, right? You're going to get 2 weeks of Taylor and Travis content until it's all sad and they lose, and then you have to deal with that. But if you can maximize on the Taylor Swift content, that's helpful too.
Speaking of, Jason, this is a great transition, Dan. Our next topic, how to trendjack something like this moment we're in with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, this huge moment in pop culture. How can you work this into your real estate content? Because she generated, what was the number? I think she generated like $330 million for the NFL. And you can't go on Twitter without people talking crap about her or loving her or defending her, or you can't go on ESPN without seeing a clip. And Lindsey, I just want to get your take on this whole Taylor Swift, ethos right now. Like, are you annoyed with it? Do you want it to continue? Are you going to use it for real estate content? What do you think about all this?
Yeah, I do feel like Taylor Swift is a little overrated. I don't really understand the hype, and I just don't love her bangs. Like, I'm sorry, but I know it's mean, but I just can't get on board. But
You've just unleashed an army of Swifties that are going to come out.
I mean,
the huge Bam Swiftie army.
Yeah. But in terms of how you can use Taylor Swift in your marketing, though, Katie Kenny did a brilliant reel where she revealed Taylor Swift's entire $150 million real estate portfolio. And I thought her reel was perfect, from like revealing the first condo that she purchased in Nashville to then her Beverly Hills mansion. So I liked it. It showcased real estate in like a fun and non-cringe way. And I think that we have a clip of it too, if you want to show it.
Haley, if you want to play this. So this is Katie Kenny, and it is basically a full rendition of Taylor Swift's real estate portfolio. So this is a great way to trendjack.
I'll admit it. I did not know who Travis Kelce was until Taylor Swift, but I do know things about real estate. And Travis Kelce did a real estate thing. He bought a $6 million mansion in Kansas City, cash, and it is just chef's kiss. This house is gorgeous. I don't know how many car garage this is, but he can put the getaway car here. We get a tiny little peek into the kitchen where they dance around in the refrigerator lights. So many different wine references that I could make here, but I will say that August slipped away like a bottle of wine into their wine cellar that Travis Kelce now owns. And I know this video is about Travis Kelce's house, not Taylor Swift, but did you know that Taylor Swift has a real estate portfolio of about $150 million, and she is teaching Travis Kelce her ways? The house also has a pool, waterfall, golf course, pickleball courts, tennis courts. It's just gorgeous. I will
get some bang for your buck out there in Kansas City, huh?
Yeah, seriously, a golf course and a pickleball course for $6 million.
Deep dive golf course. You have an Olympic.
$6 million gets you what's behind me, basically, in Los Angeles. Anyway, so that was a great way to trendjack, just using the Taylor Swift name and the Travis Kelce name as a hook for her video. So shout out Katie Kenny. Dan, I know you are like super annoyed with all this Taylor Swift content. Do you think agents should do anything with this, or are you just so annoyed with it you just want it to go away?
No, I mean, I am annoyed with it, and I do want it to go away. I do understand how it's making the NFL money, and I do also think that they are truly like actually in love. Like, I don't buy into that hype. I'm just a football fan, and I want to watch football, and I want to see a replay of a touchdown. I don't want to see it cut to her every single play. That's kind of like where my head's at. But I do think agents can take advantage of this, just like Katie Kenny did. I do think that they can trendjack, right, all these viral moments, and especially coming with the Super Bowl coming up, there are so many different commercials, right? Like, people don't even watch the Super Bowl sometimes for the Super Bowl; they watch for the commercials. So it's great marketing, great branding, like to kind of use and implement in your business. I'm just so like, even that video, and it's a great video, like that right there. That was like, that's what these Swifties do. That's what the Swifties do. It's not about Jason Kelce's house. That never was about Jason Kelce's house. That was about Taylor Swift. That was, here's the wine. I can't count the garages. There's 7 garages. This is Taylor Swift. She's teaching Jason Kelce. They've been dating for 3 months. What is she? Is financial advisor now? That's the problem. That's the problem. I can't open up Instagram anymore.
This guy's losing his mind. First off, it's Travis Kelce. Jason Kelce.
I just said Travis Kelce. What I said?
You said Jason 16 times.
Okay, well, sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. I was watching their podcast before the show.
That is his brother. It's close.
Yeah. Speaking of Jason, what do you think about this? Are you sick of the Taylor Swift thing? Are you going to use it?
I'm not sick of it. I think that sometimes, like, I've seen enough of the, where Taylor's whispering into Travis's ear, and it's like, did you know that you should use Jason Cassity to buy a house in San Diego? Some of that's kind of like cringy, and I get it. It's funny. It's like whatever. But like the green screen So we talked about this. You and I did a talk in Kansas City back in like December, or it was November. And it was right when they bought the house together. And we're like, dude, if I were you, we said this to the crowd. We're like, if I were you, I would green screen, go on Zillow, find the house and green screen, walk through it, exactly what Katie did. And so that's exactly how I would trend jack this, is basically anything about them and their real estate. We were speaking in like Overland Park, which was right next to where they bought that house. I'm like, you guys have a perfect opportunity here to tap into it. So green screen is the easiest way to do it. And so like we used to do that too, where you can green screen like the most expensive house for sale in your neighborhood right now. So if I were to go San Diego, it's probably like a $20 million La Jolla house. Just go on Zillow, green screen it, and then like tour through the house, but then capitalize on the fact that it's Taylor and Travis. Great job to Katie, because that's exactly what I would do.
Well, we got a trend jack right here. Haley, if you could pull this up from the Orlando Reel about Taylor Swift and how to trend jack for your real estate content.
Are Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift going to be here in Orlando this weekend?
Unfortunately not, but the NFL Pro Bowl is coming to Orlando again Thursday, February 1st through Sunday, February 4th. Thursday, they're going to be doing the skill showdown. We're going to see things like dodgeball, kick-tack-toe, precision passing from some of the best players in the NFL.
Okay, so who's going to be here?
So we're going to see quarterback Lamar Jackson, Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, all of your NFL favorites that you love and know.
Okay, so if I want to come see this, what are they doing, playing flag football?
Yeah, so Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, you can actually buy tickets to go to Camping World Stadium and watch the event. They're super affordable right now, too. I think it's like $39 a ticket. So if you need something to do this weekend, I got you covered.
So no Taylor Swift?
Unfortunately not, but it's going to be a good time nonetheless.
Sorry, Swifties.
Could you imagine living near all of this? We can help. DM us to get started.
All right, so
the right hook from Ken at the end is the best part.
I know, it's great. Just cut that right in. Just, using Travis and Taylor as the hook to talk about what's going on in their local Orlando market. I just thought it was brilliant execution, and it worked. It got me hooked to the video. And I just want to say this, Dan. I know you are annoyed with the Taylor Swift stuff. They cut to her maybe 3 or 4 times a game. No. It takes like 0.1 seconds, and the hate they are getting right now is, in my opinion, a little bit bananas. Like, Taylor Swift is like a good girl. She is not like, moving the culture in a bad direction, like especially coming from the right, honestly, not to make this a political battle right here, but they are like all over her saying she's like the worst, most demonic thing known to mankind. It's like, this is a good girl from Tennessee. She's, dating Travis Kelce. This is like clearly an actual love story. This is not like a psyop or anything like that. And I don't, in fact, because everybody is finding it so annoying and be like, oh, it's just so easy to hate Travis and Taylor and be like, oh, I hope the Chiefs lose. I hope Lamar dominates them just because I don't want to see them for 0.2 seconds. It's actually making me like them even more because they keep winning and they don't, it's so much hate for this. It's ridiculous.
Right. But you don't think it also has to do with the fact that like, Travis Kelce, Mahomes, they're kind of, they're kicking Justin Tucker's football around. Like they're really just, they're hyping this up. You open up ESPN, you want to see the game highlights and it's just Travis and Taylor Swift kissing, right? It's a little bit much. Would you say, were you never bothered by this, Eric? Or you just from day one, you've been a stan of Taylor Swift and this relationship?
Honestly, I was a little annoyed I was intrigued with it at the beginning. Then I got a little annoyed, but then the hate became so powerful that I just went the other direction. My natural contrarian views were to be like, all right, now the entire world has turned on them and hates them. So now I actually really like them. That's the point.
You know what? We were
leaving
the Kansas City,
great ways to trend track your real estate content right there.
As we were leaving the Kansas City airport, Eric bought his wife and a shirt, a Travis Kelce shirt, and she messaged me and said it was the best gift she's ever received. So good job for you for capitalizing.
Yeah, I guess I failed to disclose. Yeah, I failed to disclose that my wife.
I knew the truth. I knew the truth, and you now are as well. So you know what? Kudos to you guys. I'm sure you're going to enjoy the Super Bowl and the 95 cuts to her every single play. First down, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Anyway,
takes like
moving on.
0.5 seconds.
Shout out to Katie Kenny. That was a great video. Also, Orlando Reel. That's the second week in a row we've had Ken Pozak and his team on the show.
Of course.
Please get off Taylor Swift.
Let's get off Taylor Swift. Let's go into what's in, what's out. What is going on in your real estate marketing? Jason, I'll kick it to you first. What's working for you right now in real estate marketing?
I'm a big fan of, I don't think I sent you this video, but we've talked about this before, but shooting, like we have a lot of buyers right now, right? And not a lot of inventory. That's kind of the whole thing. So taking those buyers and shooting like an I have a buyer video, big fan of those right now. You can run them as ads in your local market for where the buyer's looking, right? I say, hey, I've got a buyer. His name's Dan. He's looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath in Claremont. So we used to send out handwritten letters to the neighborhood. Now we'll shoot a video and run it as like an Instagram ad in the neighborhood. Every time I have 3 of them running right now, and I usually get 2 to 3 DMs like per video that says, hey, I'm thinking about selling, or other agents see it and they're like, I have got this off market coming, and we get like a first look at it. So I really like taking advantage of the buyers that we have, shooting a video and then running them to try to find a new listing inventory. I'm a big fan of that.
That's a great idea. What's not working for you? Is there anything that you're doing or posting that's just getting awful engagement that's making you look like a
yes,
fool?
and this might blend into my 60-second tip, but I feel like reposting stuff right now is just completely throttles the engagement. Like I'll have an organic video that I put onto my reel, and it'll get 1,000, 1,500 views, and then I repost a video or a reel, and it gets like 300, like considerably throttled, like almost to where the point where it's like I feel like I'm blacklisted or something. And even though so I know Instagram doesn't like when you share like a reel to your story, but it's dramatically noticeable.
So you're talking about in your story.
Yeah, in my story, like when you share someone else's reel to your story or someone else's picture to your story, oftentimes it's because someone tagged you in their reel. You know what I mean? So like we had an event yesterday, a happy hour event. Someone else posted it, tagged me in it. I shared it, and it got no reach. And I just don't think Instagram likes when you share stuff, even though I'm not directing people off Instagram. I don't get it. But and so that's, I'll go into my 60-second tip later, but that's not working right now. And so I'll actually just bust into my 60-second tip. What I try to do now is I just screenshot and then I repost it natively as opposed to sharing it. And it seems to work a little bit better that way.
Smart move. You could also double tap. So yesterday, Amanda Bradford, who's doing the national anthem for the band Pro Bowl, February 7th, get your free ticket, link in the description. She is in a stadium doing the national anthem. So she does an Instagram story, tags the broke agent. I repost it, but I double tap. So it fills up the entire screen and it kind of looks like an organic story. That helps. But you're totally right. My story views yesterday were down 80, 90% from doing that. Lindsey, what about you? What's working for you right now in your real estate marketing?
Yeah, so I just threw the real estate prom with my friends Omar and Kat. We had over 180 agents there. Dan was not one of them because he sucks. But the events are great for getting your name out there in your local agent community. I just won a multiple offer situation largely because the agent just knew who I was. So the more that you can get yourself out there, the better. So that's one thing. Something else that's working for me right now is bringing a handwritten card and a Trader Joe's treat to every new appointment that I go on. A lot of my business is online leads, and a lot of these leads are not just searching on Zillow. They're on multiple search platforms and meeting with a lot of different agents at a lot of different properties. So you have to find a way to stand out. So I will go on the appointment and I keep the Trader Joe's treat and the card in my car. And that way, if the appointment is like an absolute dumpster fire, I don't give away my cookies for nothing. So we go on the appointment and then I say like, hey, Jason, I never go anywhere empty handed. So I have a little present for you in my car. We walk together to my car. They see my branded license plate, which is Realta. So they know that I mean business. They know I'm a top producer. Because like,
what's Realta?
Realta. Yeah. And then I give them the cookies and the card. And it sounds silly, but I'm telling you, like, that one tip has helped me convert so many online leads because they feel obligated to respond to you after the appointment. So it's
I love that idea.
Out
Bring a little treat. Bring a little dog treat with you and just flick it at them when you're done at the listing appointment. Just like that's what I do with Dan. When Dan and I are walking around like a Tom Ferry conference and he does something good, I have a little doggy bag on me. I'll just flick a little treat in his mouth.
What would your license plate be, Eric? If you were an agent, what would your license plate be?
Genius in all caps with 6 exclamation marks. Dan, what about you? What's working for you? Because I just saw your Instagram, your audience reach, and it was like 250,000 or something in the last like 14 days. So clearly whatever you're doing is working. What's working for you in real estate marketing right now?
Yeah. So I'm not really sure. I think just a mix of showing kind of like behind the scenes, truthfully, really mixing in a lot of stories, going live every single day for 20, 30 minutes, posting the public accountability, live streaming my day. It's translated into the best month that my team's had. We've also been, for the first time ever, really like using the content life for more than 24 hours. So normally I would just post something on my Instagram and that was it, right? It kind of just died off. But now we have VAs that are sharing it to YouTube, that are clipping it for TikTok, I guess. They're putting it on LinkedIn, Google My Business, everything. And because of that, our SEO has gone up, our brand awareness has gone up, and we're just getting leads falling from the sky. I kind of, but how many people do you know that like will post a really good video and then that's it, right? It never gets shared ever again. So making sure that your content is not just, living a 24-hour life cycle. And believe it or not, pardon me, raw video. So I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a content team, and I don't think I've seen them in weeks. I've literally just been using this little thing right here, right? Hold your phone, and I have like a little silly ring light here, and that's what I've been making my content on, and it's just going bananas. So I think sometimes the overproduce with the captions, I used to rely on that a ton, and now I'm just making the raw video, and it's working. And I think what's not working, I'm going to cut myself off to Cassidy's point. Jason tagged me in something yesterday in a beautiful suit, looking good, feeling good. My story views went from 5,900 to 500 in one story. So what do I do? Like not shit. The guy tagged me, looks good. I want to share him on my story. What do I do? I don't want his stomach and his crotch on my entire story, but it's also like disrespectful if I don't share it. So that was my not working, but I don't know how to fix it.
First of all, I want to go on the record to say that my 2024 New Year's resolution was to dress professional, to dress better, and it's completely inspired by Dan Oneil. So I've been wearing suits every day to the office, and we're having the best January in like 4 years. So shout out to Dan Oneil.
Hell yeah. There's something to that. I mean, we just met Sirhan in his office. The guy was in like a 15-piece suit. I've never seen anything like it. And we showed up looking like a bunch of Dothraki from Game of Thrones.
Byron had a hoodie on.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very surprised.
Luca had like gloves on with his fingers popping out. I was wearing like a sweater that I got at Target, Mosimo, from like the week before. And there just really is, when you see him, you're just like, all right, this guy's on a different level. What's working for me, Dan, I kind of took this out of your book and Lindsey's book, is a sentimental post every now and then. Yesterday, I just did an Instagram story, a picture of Ryan and I, and said, this has come a long way from memes to a media company. Pretty awesome. And I did the same thing in my Discord, or not my Discord, my broadcast channel, just letting people know like, hey, this is awesome that we actually got to go here, meet Sirhan, and Byron did this incredible interview with him. Would really appreciate the feedback. And sometimes if you ask for it like that and actually show kind of a more vulnerable side, people are more likely to actually engage with your content than just saying, hey, go check out this interview. Because it's like, oh, you're putting a lot of effort into it. I actually do appreciate the brand's evolution from memes to media companies. So that was cool.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to cut you off, but to your point, to piggyback off of it, like a lot of people don't know, right? So if they don't know, they don't know. And everyone sees you and Jason and Lindsey and myself and majority of the agents, and they don't see like kind of the behind the scenes. They don't see the struggle. They don't see how hard we're working. They think you just woke up and all of a sudden you had 500,000 followers and you're in Ryan Sirhan's office. They didn't see the years of going to Tom Ferry conference and without a ticket and meeting people. They didn't see the years of memes. They didn't see you living in that in your Brentwood apartment, right, with your old partner at one point in time.
he's there right now.
You'll see that if you're watching this.
A lot of people don't see the struggle, so sometimes posting it out there, it will motivate and inspire others, and then sometimes it just kind of makes you feel good because it's like, you know what, this is how far I've come. So. Yeah. Sorry, I was just picking.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it works. And what hasn't been working is just plugging YouTube videos on Instagram. This is kind of the Mr. Beast style, where on Twitter he'll say, hey, check out my video on YouTube. I just posted it. Like it took 22 hours to make, but he won't share the actual link. Sharing the actual link to our YouTube videos on Instagram has just been throttling our engagement. It has been hurting our YouTube analytics because people click the link thinking it's something else. And then it's a 50-minute podcast episode. They watch the first 2 minutes of it and then they bail out. And that's telling the YouTube algorithm that is not working. So those are some good what's ins, what's out, what are outs, what's in, what's outs for our marketing. You know what is in, Dan, though? This is what is in. Reminder Media. Because if you're an agent and you're looking to stand out from the crowd, Reminder Media is a resource you need to check out. You get your own branded print and digital magazines, email newsletters, and social media content. Reminder Media delivers the resources to your contacts on autopilot. So you keep getting that magazine on their coffee table, keeping you top of mind with your database. All you got to do is focus on your follow-up calls, referrals, and repeat business. Use the link below and try out Reminder Media. Check it out. I want Jason's face or Lindsey's face on a magazine sticking in people's coffee tables. Imagine that, Lindsey. You walk up with a little doggy treat. You got your Trader Joe's. You got a personal letter and a magazine of yourself. Think they're going to forget you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know what's really funny about that doggy treat thing? I just went on recruiting. Somebody came into the office for a recruiting appointment, and they actually brought rainbow cookies and dog treats.
See, you'll never forget them. You'll never.
Did you hire them?
Yeah.
See?
Nice. It worked.
It was yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I did. It was just, okay. Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
They're hired. Yeah. Hired.
Got it. All right.
Started.
Should we keep on this topic, or should we go to the marketers of the week? We're going to start off with Lindsey Joe's marketer of the week. Haley, if you want to pull this up, Lindsey, what did you see this week that you liked in real estate?
Yeah. Okay, so my favorite thing that I've seen all week was a first-time homebuyer seminar that an agent named Taylor McAllister threw. And instead of doing a boring seminar name, she called it a slice of real estate advice, where she had branded pizza boxes with an awesome event space, and she really turned it into like an actual event. She also had branded cookies that said "Talk to Taylor," disco balls to incorporate her branding. And she also did a lifestyle branding shoot in the event space location with the pizza boxes, which was genius because Eventbrite has a stat that 75% of people want to see the actual venue of an event before they actually commit to coming. So she had these beautiful branding photos that she took in the event space to hype everyone up. She had 21 buyers there. One of the buyers that went already is under contract with her. She has 2 more buyer consults set up from that event. She promoted it organically on her Instagram and sent it out to her 200 subscriber email list. So I think it was a brilliant and unique way to throw a first-time home buyer seminar. So everybody should take inspo from this and, turn their first-time home buyer seminars into a fun event. Taylor does a great job with the names that she comes up with. They're always a play on words, like a slice of real estate advice or Talk to Taylor. And her newsletter is the Taylor Tribune. So everyone listening should try to come up with a unique name for a homebuyer event with a play on words, because if it's worded fun, people are just naturally going to want to come to that event.
I like that. A little alliteration. Dan, you got any clever names for a first-time homebuyer seminar?
I mean, are you kidding me?
Buyers are liars in all caps.
No, but you know what has been working very well with first-time homebuyer seminar, and here's a little tip right here for everyone to use. We have gathered all of our vendors, and we have everybody chip in $500 from the vendors. So we have appraisal, we have title, we have attorney, we have inspector, myself, and lender. You come to this first-time homebuyer seminar, Eric? You want to come?
No.
You want to come to the homebuyer seminar? You get $2,500. You get a $2,500 rebate, just for coming to this 30-minute seminar, because you get $500 from all the partners here. So, Eric, may I ask you, do you have 30 minutes to spare for $2,500 potentially?
You're telling me if I go to your first-time homebuyer seminar, I'm going to get $2,500
off when you purchase a home? Correct.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I do. Will you have doggy treats there for me too?
I will be feeding you doggy treats. I'll be throwing them to you. I will be, ping pong paddling, everything. I got you.
Perfect, Jason. What's the best thing that you've seen this week in real estate?
Marketing wise, I'm going to give a shout out to Matt Layton, actually in Lindsey's neck of the woods in Arlington, Virginia. Yep. He did something that I thought was creative as hell, where he double screen recorded on a reel. So the bottom part is the game GeoGuessr. And if anybody's played GeoGuessr, you can it takes you all around the world, and you can you have to guess where you're at, and it uses like a Google map overlay. Well, he did a custom map of Arlington or Northern Virginia, the one we're showing right here. He actually broke it up into 6 videos because you only have a minute on each. And the second part, or part 2 and part 4, ended up having hundreds of thousands of views. They both went viral. And so basically the top half is him playing the game, and then the bottom half is what you see. And he's guessing where these spots are in his local market. And so since then, I've copied it. I've seen 4 or 5 different people copy it for their local market. I created a custom San Diego pack. And I just think it's genius. It's showing off a little bit about your local knowledge. And then it has a real virality of, someone watching this on the Explore page is like, hey, what's this? This is pretty cool. And they're going to walk around. They're going to play with you. A lot of the comments are like, oh, I guessed that one, or I didn't get that one. Great job, Matt. This is, he was the first person I saw do it. So I'm giving him the credit. I think it was his idea. I love it. I think it's fantastic because it's obviously not the normal real estate content, but it is still showcasing local expertise. Throwing roses. Great job.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. Haley, if you could play this, that'd be great.
All right. Got some tree cover. So this is no sidewalks. Is this Lake Barcroft? We got a Rambler. It's not Lake Barcroft, dude. You crazy? But I do like the inside the Beltway Alexandria play. So I'm going to throw it, somewhere in Alexandria West. Oh, dude, it was Lake Barcroft. Okay.
This guy live streaming?
No.
It kind of looks like a Twitch live stream or something, right? But it's post edited. But yeah, you can.
It's no, Fairly.
I like it. It keeps your eye engaged.
Wingate.
Correct.
I know that.
See,
fence.
and you go and you have to guess where it is on the Google map.
This guy just
Arlington.
I don't like it. Sorry.
All right, Haley, kill it.
Why don't you like it, Lindsay?
I mean, it's fine. It just kind of reminds me of like people who record themselves while they're playing video games. Like
it's Twitch.
A cool, unique like idea, but like I kind of lose interest after like 4 or 5 seconds. But I like that it's different and unique.
Yeah, he broke it up into 6 parts. So there's like, how well do you know Northern Virginia? Part 2, part 3. 2 of the 6 I'm looking at right now both have like 300,000 views, and he's not. I mean, he has like 5,000 views. It's not like he has a huge account like Eric or anything like that.
Yeah,
so he basically was able to put up 2 viral videos in the week. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
That's impressive too. I mean, the fact that he knows those areas, like he just showed like a condominium home, like at a complex, and was like, I know exactly where that is. Like that is very impressive.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's probably more interesting if you're watching it and it's your hometown. Like if I was looking at Brentwood or Tucson, Arizona or something, I would 100% watch that video and be guessing while it's going along. So what's the website again, Jason?
GeoGuessr.
So
it's like GeoGuesser or something like that. GeoGuessr. So you can play like the game itself, you play like worldwide. You look, it's like, oh, that's Denmark or something. You try to see how close you can get it, or you can create a custom map of your neighborhood and do it just in San Diego.
Dan's like, I'm trying to think of a place that's Gurney's, that's Montauk, that's Club 67, Club 69.
So grand.
And I feel like in a world like we always talk about it, like all high polished content, sometimes it's nice to see some just raw kind of BTS stuff sometimes.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, I take it back. I like it.
You don't have to change your opinion.
You already said it. You already said you hated it.
You already said you hated it. I already told Matt you hated it.
I said I don't love it or I don't like it. Okay, I like it.
It's not interesting if it's not your hometown, for sure.
It is my hometown.
That was your hometown.
It is her hometown.
That's literally my hometown.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dan, what about you? What's the best thing you've seen this week?
The best thing that I have seen this week. I've said this before. I did my research for the show, right? I know obviously I need to come up with something that I've enjoyed seeing, but I've also mentioned that I'm limiting my time on social media in the sense of scrolling and intaking it because it was having an effect on my mental. So I did do a little bit of research last night. I couldn't find a ton. I'm not as tuned into the real estate marketing space as a Lindsey, Joe, Jason, or you, Eric. But what I did find was a video from Shane Bergman and simply didn't even really watch the entire thing, to be quite frank with you. But what I did like very much about it, if you will allow me to finish, I did really enjoy and like the fact that he immediately implemented what we had spoken about last week as you dropped your Woj bomb in the sense that you can now post a reel and have a poll in the caption. So that was why I loved it, because it was immediate implementation. I saw how many people had responded to the poll, and I used to work at Weicker Realtors. So boom, there you go.
There we go.
Leave me alone.
So I'm wondering about these car magnets. Personally, I've never had a magnet on my vehicle. I think they're tacky, but I'm all for marketing. So whatever works, that's great. Now, real talk, my biggest gripe is that when I drive like an asshole, everyone is going to know it's me. Now this I can understand. I think QR codes are great and effective, but the rest of it, it's just way too much and it's busy. It looks awful. So why stop at the car? Say you're in a grocery store and you forgot your business card. How are people going to know that you sell real estate? I'll tell you how. Boom. Now you're always selling. But for real, guys, I am curious about your thoughts about car magnets. Drop a comment what you think about it and engage in that poll.
You know what? I rescind everything I just said. You know what? That was the best one out of anyone that we've had this week. So you know what? Ding, 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 ding to me, and Shane, more importantly, to Shane. There we go. Mic drop.
It's a great video. I like the call to action to the poll, and I also like the fact that he tatted his face with his realtor stuff. What are your guys' opinions? Oh my god, what are your guys' opinions on car magnets? Do you think realtors should be sporting a giant QR code? Should they have? Lindsay, you have a custom license plate. What do you guys think?
I think a license plate is fine and a QR code is fine, but the car magnets kind of date you a little bit.
Yeah,
true. Old school.
Jason, you like car magnets?
No, not a fan of car magnets at all. But I have a thought-provoking question, Lindsey. If I could guarantee you one deal a year, at your average sales price, so what's that, $10,000 commission? If I could guarantee you one deal a year, but you had to have a car magnet for 365 days, would you do it?
No.
Damn.
Sign me up, buddy. Sign me up. I'll wrap my car right now. I'll wrap my car immediately. One deal, that's 10 grand.
One deal at your average commission. Yeah.
Done deal.
What about name tags? Would you wear a name tag? If I could guarantee you that meant one deal, but you have to wear it every day.
Absolutely.
Buddy, I got one right here.
See, there you go.
No,
for
Lindsey, you wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't look like a
Lindsey. You just turned down 20 grand.
I would have to wear it every day. Are you out of your mind for a whole year? No.
Let us know in the comments if you would wear a name tag around for 365 days of the year to guarantee yourself one more real estate deal. Name tag, top left corner, right here, every single day. That means, Dan, when you go to the
club,
give me a club name. When you go to Live, when you go to Live and you have a name tag that says Dan Oneil, would you do that?
You don't think people are going to be like, buddy, what do you wear? Like, what is that? Like, that's a conversation piece. More conversations wins. If you think if my car being wrapped meant that people would have conversations with me, I'll get a tattoo on my neck. The more conversations wins. That's the name of the game. I mean, what else you got? I mean, I'll do anything.
It sounds like it. I mean, that's why you're crushing it this year. All right. This is my favorite thing that I saw in marketing. This is a Chris Benjamin video, and we bring him up all the time on the show, but that's because he just keeps knocking it out of the park. This is him showcasing an actual feature of a house. A lot of people are doing these quick reels about the entire house. I love the fact that he honed in on the kitchen, and this is perfectly executed by Chris.
5 things I love about this kitchen in less than 47 seconds. Wolf range and hood, and custom Sub-Zero fridge. Quartz countertop and waterfall finished island. It's trippy, baby. Slow close shaker cabinets and that very cool seasoning drawer. Number 4, the farmhouse sink. You could bathe a cow in there. And number 5, plantation shutters and glass mosaic black splash.
So good.
Just the ticker. Here are 5 things I love about the kitchen in 46 seconds. I've never seen anyone do that about an actual feature before. I like that selling point for a house.
Yeah.
Chris is crushing. Between did you see him? He's the Matterport and like the drone stuff that he's doing too. Mm-hmm. I find it like so fascinating. Like I don't even know what the right technology. I could be butchering it, but I don't know. I just anytime Chris posts, like I watch the entire thing. He's done that good of a job. Like
Chris and Shane, I think, are both must-watch TV right now.
Yeah, they really are. Shane's like production quality is so incredible. Those videos must take so long to make. Shout out both Chris Benjamin and Shane Bergman. Follow them both. Let's get into a quick little 60-second social tip if we can. Who should I lead it off with? Jason, how about you? Quick little tip. Social media.
I'll recreate it here for the socials. Right. But my 60-second tip is instead of sharing a post that you were tagged in, you just screenshot it and then reshare the original screenshot and then like retag the person. Or like Eric said, you reshare and then double tap to make it bigger so it doesn't look like a shared post. I think both of them, I'm not sure what the right way to do it, but just resharing someone's reel to your story tends to throttle your engagement. So try a different approach. I prefer the screenshot and then reshare.
Beautiful. Genius. Lindsey, what about you? What's your tip this week?
Batch record your clips in a podcast studio. Book a studio that has a teleprompter. Go in with 5 or 6 scripts. You have 5 or 6 videos, content for an entire month for $150.
So those are the videos where it looks like you're actually on a podcast, but nobody's interviewing you.
Yeah. Check out Katie Kenny. She's doing this right now, and it's really good.
Wait. So it's not like like you're like pretending you're on a podcast, or
yeah.
Oh. Haven't you seen those where it's just someone with a mic and it looks like they're in the middle of a conversation, but they're delivering, some value, some hook, basically?
I mean, I've seen them to like the camera, like front facing. But the way that I'm envisioning it now is like you have a mic and you're like, oh yeah, no, I got started in real estate. But you're like, that's what you do. Like
that's what you do.
The camera's here.
That's a thing.
Correct.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. It'd be funny if you just kept doing that and you kept thanking different podcasts for having you on. Just naming random podcasts. Like, thank you for the Real Estate Empire podcast for hosting me this week. And you just create a
Joe
fake
Rogan.
Instagram
It's always been a pleasure.
Exactly.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Yeah, Sirhan, it was so good having me being on your show.
Yeah.
Dan, what about you?
That means like half of the content that I consume where I'm like, oh, this person was just on it was a clip from a pod. That's crazy.
It's probably all a hoax and a lie.
Exactly.
Dan's like head is exploding.
One giant scam. My social tip is cover photos for your reels. You've been able to do this for a long time, but if people are scrolling back in your content, it really helps to put cover photos on your reels, kind of like YouTube thumbnails, to make your former posts a little bit more clickable. So I recommend either creating these cover photos in Canva or actually just going back to your old reels and making sure you screenshot it at the right moment to make these videos more clickable. It'll help the overall view and channel growth on your Instagram as people watch old videos. There you go. By the way, Dan, if you want like nonstop social media tips, if you want nonstop social media help, you want to build your content empire, you got to get in BAMX. You got to use code WALKTHROUGH, WALKTHRU, for 10% off. This is our monthly membership. You could do yearly as well. And it's our bi-weekly mastermind. It's all of our courses and our trainings, our private Facebook community. It will help you crush content. It will help you grow your brand and help you sell more homes. There we go.
Let's go.
Love it. Quickly, I just want to talk about the BAM Pro Bowl and stuff going on at BAM. Lindsey, I know you mentioned it earlier today, but you just threw what I thought was such an awesome event called the Realtor Prom, which Dan was the prom king at, I believe.
No, you know what?
No, you're the prom queen, Eric, right?
Dan, you were supposed to attend prom, but you didn't. And you had 4 months to plan it. And you promised me you were going to come. And you didn't. And it was annoying. But you know what made me feel better?
What?
I added you to my agent burn book. So any agent who has ever done me wrong in the last 8 years ends up in this book.
Dan Oneil's just on every page there.
I got a double page. I got a 2-pager.
Yeah, that's how annoyed I am at you. You have 2 pages.
In my defense, I had a travel agent book it. I even had a hotel booked for Steve-O and for Tom Ferry's son. True or false, Lindsey? Tom Ferry's son stayed at the wharf in my name. So did Max.
Yeah, but you told them that they were staying at the Ritz, so they called every single Ritz in DC and could not find your hotel room. Dan,
the wharf ain't bad. But time out. By the way, the wharf actually arguably is nicer than the Ritz. Yeah,
agreed.
Okay. But touche, they did do that. Yeah, I did tell them at the Ritz. Anyway, yeah. So I'm in the burn book. It looked like a great event. I apologize, Lindsey. I love you. I owe you one. I'll do whatever you would like. I will wear a name tag for I'll wear Lindsey Joe on my shirt.
No, you won't.
No, you're right. I won't do that. But I will do something funny. And it did look like a great event. And Eric, speaking of great events, what do we have coming up next week? Aside from Groundhog's Day, aside from the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl and my birthday, Valentine's Day, leap year. What's the other event going on that's free?
Yes. So we got February 7th. We got the BAM Pro Bowl. This is a completely free virtual event. It is hosted by BAM, emceed by Actually Agents. Kickoff with me, National Anthem with Amanda Bradford. We got Jason Pantana talking AI. We got David Childers, the Housing Market Playbook. We got Gary Gold and Danielle Garofalo. Gary Gold, by the way, sold the Playboy Mansion. This guy is like the king of luxury real estate here in Los Angeles. And then, of course, it's keynoted by Ryan Serhant. So this is a completely free event. I want it to be the most attended virtual event in real estate history. We have funny commercials. We have surprises. We have a halftime show. We have a surprise guest speaker. It's 3 hours completely free. It's going to be an absolute banger. So click the link down in the description and get your free tickets to the BAM Pro Bowl right now. I am so pumped for it. Boom. That's the show, everybody. Thank you for coming on the walkthrough. Hopefully you got some good marketing tips. Make sure you follow Jason Cassity. Make sure you follow Lindsey Joe. Make sure you follow Dan Oneil. And make sure you have a good Groundhog Day tomorrow. Hopefully that little gopher doesn't see his shadow.
Is it going to be spring or summer?
That's right. Or winter. Or winter. Exactly.
Get your tickets. Bambo, Bam Bash, All Pro.
Jason,
McCaffrey.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
49ers, baby. Double digits. Niners by 1 million.